Hello, everybody. How's everybody today? This is going to be a quick little podcast. There's two things that I want to talk about today. One of them is Kathy, a good friend of mine who has had a heart and just recently had a kidney transplant about 4 months ago, is having a bit of a tough go again. She has a CMV virus, and what's happened is her counts for her CMV are up through the roof. And the drug that she has to take, it starts with an F. And I have it right here. I'm going to access my phone. And so it's called Foscarnet. It is used to treat CMV. The issue with Foscarnet is it affects the kidney. It can cause the kidney to go into rejection. And when that happens, they have to use another drug to get rid of the kidney rejection. But CMV loves that drug. So she's got a bit of an uphill battle coming up here. Now, yesterday she was on the bike for 8 minutes, and that's phenomenal. A lot of other people don't understand just how hard it is to get on the bike when you're that sick. She's very lethargic. She's tired. She had to have a couple of units of blood yesterday, and her potassium levels and her magnesium levels both tanked due to the Foscarnet. I talked to Scott today, and we're going to post a picture of Kathy so you can see how great Kathy's looking today. You wouldn't even know she was sick. I think that's one thing that maybe we can all remember. Sometimes that person has taken a longer time to get across the street, or somebody who parks in a handicap spot necessarily doesn't look handicapped doesn't mean that they're not. So let's give everybody a break out there. And if you're into praying like I am, say a prayer for Kathy. And if you just want to send her some happy thoughts or some good vibes, or I don't know, rub a genie bottle or light a candle or rub some crystals or whatever it is you want to do, that'd be great if you could do that for her. There's also another young fella out there. His name is Niven. He is in his 4th round of leukemia, and his youngest sister is going to give him a blood transfusion. I guess it's a 10 out of 6 match. 6 out of 10, match on that. And we're hoping that young Nevin will be successful in this bout. He starts his transfusion, I believe, next week or the following week, and they will be in Toronto for 6 months. So that's another one that's going to be hard on the family. Let's pray for that young fella and give him, again, all those good things that he needs. He's a young man. We're talking 12 or 13. He's on Facebook, and if there's anybody out there who's had this type of leukemia or anything, you got anything maybe to suggest, you just want to get on there and say, hey, nothing, let's go, and hit the mic at the same time, then let's do that. He desperately needs our support and our help. He looks like a great kid, and he's just trying to have some fun with life, but this rot disease cancer won't let him go. But he's fighting. His sister's fighting. Everybody's fighting. They did a worldwide search for his bone marrow match. Unfortunately, that was a negative. The other thing that I wanted to have a quick talk about today was this Whoop band that I have. They are not a sponsor. They're just a product here that I have been trying to find something to actually monitor my heart rate in an honest way while I'm exercising. I'm, say, doing a certain amount of exercises. I'm very tired afterwards. But some of the apps that I'm attached to tell me, you are out of shape. Well, I know I'm a little out of shape, but I'm trying to get more of a true indication of what's going on. And this Whoop seems to be doing pretty good. So here you can see in the camera, I have 91% sleep performance last night. Now, that's pretty close. I was woken up a few times last night, and that did cause me not to get as great a sleep as I thought, which was pointed out right here. And when I woke up this morning, I was tired. I don't know if everybody could see that. What that says is that's a low heart rate variability. So that means when I went to sleep last night, my heart was exhausted. And it was exhausted. Last night I did 3K, a little more than 3 kilometers on the rowing machine. My diaphragm had a lot of pressure put on it from my scar tissue. That's the tissue right here. It was full of water. It was pushing up on my diaphragm. I was having a heck of a time breathing. I then went and did chest workout. Nothing spectacular, but I still did a full workout. I went and did the treadmill. I never go on the treadmill unless I've got the incline at a minimum 4. I did a couple wind sprints, got the incline way up, sped it up, watching jiu-jitsu at the same time. I really enjoyed it. I got off, I was sweating. I did get some good marks on this Whoop, but what it does do is it tells you your heart variable. And there's something I've noticed on this. I'm going to keep on this, and I'm going to get back to everybody on this, because I know if you're a heart patient out there and you're wondering if I can get something up, this isn't exactly, I wouldn't call it cheap. But for the duration, what I like about it is it doesn't tell time. There's no face on it. There's nothing. So you're either looking at your phone to know where you're at, or you're just doing your workout. And I like that because I put my phone away a few times. I'm listening to the music. I have my phone away. I pick it up. I check it later. This strain level here is something that shows up while you're working out. And as your heart rate pops up, which shows up down here in the bottom corner. Actually, I could just do that. So.
No, like move the mic this way.
Oh, this way?
Yeah.
It's too loud?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I blew everybody's ears up. Okay. Let's play some football. So we start the activity. It lets you know that the activity is going to start. Right down there is your heart rate. Okay? And that is telling us our heart rate all the time. For people that they're not concerned about where their heart is, this app has great things, but what I'm talking about is for the heart transplant patients, maybe congestive heart failure patients, stuff like that, who really want to monitor where their heart is. I find with this heart rate monitor here, what will happen is I'll be training and all of a sudden my heart rate will drop. So I'll be at 145 and all of a sudden it'll drop. It'll go to 115, 110. A certain amount of time after that, I hit a wall where all of a sudden everything is oxygen deficient. This has happened a few times, and this is finally starting to make sense because I had a heck of a time in jiu-jitsu. Sometimes I'd be doing really good for me, and sometimes I would just be tanked. I couldn't do anything, and I think I found out the reason why. Really easy to use. Again, I don't have anything invested in this app, and I enjoyed it. I'm gonna record this. I guess I can delete it later. Tells you where you're at for the day, and then it gives you a whole bunch of really good averages. So again, I find it really, really hard to monitor where my heart is when I'm trying to exercise because I'm trying to keep myself in a certain range, especially for the hiking season that's coming up and everything else. This might be a bit of a cure for what I've been looking for. So I just wanted to point that out there. If anybody's looking for something, I think if you use Rogan's name, I think I got a pretty good discount with Rogan's name. So you may want to use it. You won't get a discount from me because they don't sponsor me.
And you can find that at the beginning of his podcast.
Pardon me?
You can find his discount code at the beginning of his podcast.
Oh, yeah. If you listen to the very, very beginning of Rogan's podcast, he'll tell you. He's the one, they use it for Sober October and that, which they were collecting points for the craziness they were doing. But what intrigued me about it was the heart rate. And what I've seen now is the heart rate seems to be really true. And at some points, I was wondering, why all of a sudden am I completely out of energy? Or why am I lagging so far behind? And I think it was close to 8 or 9 minutes before my heart leveled out. On the rowing machine, it takes me about 14 and a half to 16 minutes to do that 3+ K. I just kind of keep it in that area. Well, yesterday I was struggling, and that heart rate was just taking forever to pick up. Late in the day exercise, that sort of thing. So that's the end of that. I'm going to do a couple more on these, especially for people who are looking to just start exercising. Your doctor has said, hey, I want you to keep your heart rate at this. This is the most accurate thing I found. Garmin watch is what I wear because I'm a hiker, I'm a hunter and everything like that, and this thing is amazing. But they have a chest band that goes around. It's really comfortable, it works really good. I think you get it off Amazon for $30. The watch is pretty expensive. But the one thing with that band is it won't register anything through my chest because there's too much scar tissue in there. I scarred. Just really bad. So that's it. That's all I have to say. We're going to have another podcast. We're going to have another go with that, and I'm going to update it in a week or whatever. This podcast is brought to you by my donor. Once again, every day I think about you. I hope your family out there is doing well. It's also brought to you by T&M Electric. They're sponsoring everything we're doing here. It's kind of my electrical company, but the thing is I'm basically working at the electrical company to try and support this and support a few other things. As a transplant patient, yes, I work full time. We're getting ready to hit the road tomorrow. We're going to be gone for a while. We just came off the road and we're heading back out again. We're going to be lucky. We're going to be able to get some snowmobiling and stuff like that. Shoot for the Vitals is another organization. You need to get on Instagram and check these guys out. I just noticed the other day they gave a walker, I believe, to a double lung transplant that's coming up. They raised all that money, they bought this piece of equipment, and they just handed it right over to this person that desperately needed this walker. That's another great organization. They have lots of fundraisers, and you get to go out, you get to do some indoor shoots and outdoor shoots with your bow. I know they're doing compound. I think they're doing, what's it called? Original bow. Something. Anyway. Keep Nevin in your thoughts, please. Kathy in your thoughts, please. If anybody's out there struggling, you want to get a hold of me, our website's up. Jessica's been doing a great job on it. She's my producer. She gets the credit for 98% of this stuff, and I get 2% headache credit that I give her. She's working really, really hard on this stuff. I really, really appreciate it. And we're moving forward. Like I said, the website's up and going. There are, there's a few spots in there probably that need to be filled. She's on it. And there's a bunch of links in there now. There's email links to get a hold of me. There's my Instagram. And
there's a link right on the very page where you can put your name in and your email and then send us a letter, and it will send it right to our email account.
So go on to that. What's the email address? What's the website?
I'll post it in the description.
Okay, so the website's going to be posted in the description. What you can do is you can go in there, leave your email, leave me a question, leave me a comment. I'm going to, as soon as people start sending me questions, as soon as it starts getting out there, I'm going to be answering questions. We're going to be researching things, and we're going to be helping everybody out. Listen, it's a quick podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Kathy, Nevin, get out there, kick some butt. I'm really proud of you guys. You guys are true heroes. You're true fighters. You're amazing. Anybody who knows you should be proud of you. They are proud of you. They're lucky to know you. I'm lucky to know you. Nevin, I just know you over the internet. I think you're a great kid and you're a champ. Don't stop. Don't ever stop. Okay? God bless you all.